Okay, so I'm just going to outline some basic information about being able to opt for music and what it involves in year 10, and also the reasons why opting for music would be a good choice for pupils in St Patrick's. So, like I said, first one is why study BTEC music? Okay, so it says playing a musical instrument can enhance general performance in other subjects at GCSE. Other subjects have shown that music benefits learning by activating all areas of the brain. So by choosing music, you could actually be improving your chances of doing well in other subjects, including those within the EBAC. Music making has also been proven to help with young people's mental health during times of high pressure. And I think that's a really key thing to consider when thinking about music as an option for you. A lot of people who choose to do music don't actually see music in the same way as other subjects in terms of like it being actual work. A lot of people do it simply because they really enjoy it. It makes them feel better. It improves their mental health. They get a real sense of satisfaction because when you're working in music, you are working in a different way. There are activities which do involve us doing written work, which I'll explain later, but a lot of the work we will do is practical music making, and it's this element that most people who do music really enjoy. Being able to learn a musical instrument, it's not easy, and it takes a lot of time, a lot of dedication, lots of resilience. But these are skills that people really look for when you are looking at taking people into colleges, universities, and in jobs. Okay, so it has lots of transferable skills. It says here, independent learning. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of dedication, a lot of self-motivation to actually learn a musical instrument. And that is a key skill that people really value and look for, because not everybody can do that. Being able to work as a team is another key aspect, because as part of the course, pupils will have to work together in being able to plan musical events, working as a team to be able to do that, supporting each other. And of course, performance and presentation skills are really valuable in any career. And as a musician, having that confidence and develop that confidence to be able to perform and present in a musical way to other people, it takes a lot of nerve. It's very, very, very hard to do. And to have that experience and overcome that can really set you at an advantage in a range of other subject areas and a range of other job opportunities and skills. Listening, we do a lot of work in music around listening, being able to listen. So we really, really develop those listening skills, which people really value. The ability to sit and listen quietly and analyze, is again a really valuable transferable skill. And as I've already mentioned, confidence and self-esteem. People feel better when they play music. People are able to really improve their own confidence and self-esteem, knowing that actually the sense of fulfillment that they get from having started with not being able to do something, and then have that real sense of satisfaction of having mastered something that you have learned and can perform it and have performed it in front of others, really, really helps people's confidence and self-esteem. And of course, it's all about being creative and being able to express yourself. Being able to express emotions and yourself through music can really, really help in all other subject areas. And it's something that is really important and something that can really bring out the best, not just in your music studies, but in subject areas as well. So as part of the BTEC in music, you'll be assessed in different ways, or two different main ways. With being a BTEC, you do an examination, which is done in year 11, and you will actually potentially have the opportunity to do that more than once as well. But obviously, we only like to kind of try and do it once, get it nailed, so we can move on to other areas. But the exam is 25% of a pupil's overall mark, okay, and that is assessed externally. It goes off and it's moderated by the exam board. Okay, so it's 25% of your final grade, as I said, and it's about the music industry. So what I mean by the music industry are all opportunities and career pathways that exist in the music industry. So you'll learn about things like being a sound engineer, what their roles and responsibilities are. You'll learn about being a publisher and what their roles and responsibilities are. And it really covers all aspects of the music industry, because most people think of music and the first thing you think of course, is performers. And all you can do in music is perform and be a professional kind of performer. Well, that's far from the case. And that's what we look to discover in the music industry exam. Okay, so that's the first thing we have to do. The second unit we do is called managing a music product. And this is actually a piece of coursework. It is assessed internally in school and then is sent away to be moderated by the exam board again. And again, that's 25% of your overall mark. So managing a music product, basically what that would involve would be following a set brief set by the exam board. It may be that you have to plan and design a music festival, or plan and design the recording of a CD. So you would take your knowledge that you've learned from the music industry section, the unit on the music industry, and apply that into making sure that you had all the right kind of people lined up to be able to do that. Things like risk assessment, taking into consideration health and safety, making sure that you've got the right careers with the right responsibilities on board, designing things, front covers, etc., etc. Takes a lot of work, a lot of preparation, and that's again 25% of the mark. The third unit is called live sound, and this kind of culminates really in recording something, setting up the right equipment to be able to record a live performance. Now, this is a mixture of kind of practical work of getting used to using the equipment and the technology involved, and also being able to kind of prep and make sure that you've got a plan and a schedule of which you would need to stick to. Okay, and then the last unit is the solo performance. As you can see, this again is 25% of your overall mark, and solo performance is basically something that we do and practice throughout the 2 years. So we wouldn't suddenly get to a point in year 11 and decide, right now we're going to do solo performance. We would allow time on a weekly basis for that practical music making, to really build those skills and confidence and getting used to perform in front of others, so that when we came to do the unit, which we would do in year 11, to give us the longest amount of time to be able to really kind of develop those skills, you're well used to performing and you've got those skills available and can give your best performance. So overall, you've got 75% of your grade would come through internally assessed coursework that is then sent away to be moderated, and 25% will be done sitting an exam. So what are the post-16 opportunities? Well, there's a whole host of opportunities that you could go on to once you've studied GCSE, well, BTEC music at years 10 and 11. So it just says if you continue with your studies, you could choose from a range of different subjects. By studying music, it will not limit what you can then do at A level or whatever level 3 course or apprenticeship you would like. And the main reason for that are the transferable skills that people develop through music and the studying of music. It says you can carry on and continue to do music by studying A-level music or BTEC, or you could go into some kind of performing arts qualification. There are also other subjects like music technology. So if you particularly enjoyed finding out all about kind of the different roles and really enjoyed the live sound element and the setting up of the equipment and understanding how that works and the best way to do that, then music technology would be a really good option for you. And again, that can be done at A-level or as a BTEC or other level 3 courses as well. But it's just then that last sentence on that first paragraph. Either way, choosing BTEC music will have been a benefit because it provides many transferable skills. And what colleges and employers are really looking for is that real broad and balanced range of qualifications that you've managed to successfully achieve in your GCSE studies. But it also says, if you don't want to study music beyond GCSE, then that's absolutely fine. It is still considered to be a really valuable subject, and it can open doors to a range of education and employment pathways in all sorts of different areas. So again, as I've already mentioned, being a musician isn't the only career in music. So you could be a sound technician, you can be a music a community musician, a music therapist, a teacher, a private tutor, or a range of careers in the music industry, like being a roadie, like working for certain venues like concert halls and music venues like theatres, or working for festival organisers. So your main role might not be performing music or recording music, but you could be working within kind of the performing sector or the music sector, helping in a range of different roles. There's plenty of opportunity, of course, in the arts or creative industry. So involving in things like working for film companies or TV, working for a theatre, working in the radio, becoming part of an arts administration team, or creative education. I mean, that's just a few to name, but other professions such as medicine and law and accountancy, music is a really highly valued subject, because they know in those careers what dedication it takes to be able to sit night after night and practice a musical instrument, to get better, to show those levels of resilience, that creative way of working as well, having a mind that sees things slightly differently to what other people do, because you are used to listening very carefully, you are used to coming up with creative solutions because of the work that you have done. So to sum up, music would be a great option for people basically who love music, people who have an interest in developing their musical skills. You don't have to already play a musical instrument. I think that's really kind of important to mention. Most people think, well, I can't do music because I don't read music and I don't play an instrument. That actually isn't that much of a problem, because you don't have to be able to read music to be able to complete this qualification. And as I mentioned earlier, the performance element is done in year 11, and we will spend the best part of 2 years really practicing and refining those skills in preparation for when we come to study and record assessments for those for that particular unit of work. So if you enjoy music, if you love music, if you want to work in a different way, if you want to show your creative side, but you have that dedication, you have that commitment, then music will most definitely be a really good option for yourselves.